Good morning. Glad to be with you. I am Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. It is Thursday already, which means I spend some time with my friend William Edmundson every week with a great company called Abby Executive Suites. That's Abby.com. We do a feature we call Business on the Front Lines, talking about companies and businesses that are out there making a difference. William, as always, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Kevin. And we are on the front lines, and wanted to just tell people a little bit about Abby and then bring a guest on with us today.
Awesome. And why don't you go ahead and do just that?
Sure. Abby is a Houston-based chain of executive suites, and Kevin, that means that we cater to businesses, providing them with turnkey office solutions, whether they need a traditional office with the receptionist, the copy machines, the meeting rooms, the whole deal, all the way down to do they need a virtual office where they get the credibility of having a business address, but maybe they spend the bulk of their time working at home or working somewhere else. They just need that address to hold meetings or receive mail and that kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And tell us about your guests.
Yeah, I'd like to thank Kayla Hensley, the founder of Dande Media, for joining us this morning. She's a client at our Memorial location located on Baring off of Woodway. Morning.
Hello, good morning.
Welcome to the program. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your company?
Sure. My company's name is Dande Social Media, and I launched in January, and I provide social media management, consulting, and training services here for small businesses in the Houston area.
Okay. And what's your website?
The website is dandesocialmedia.com, and that's with an E, D-A-N-D-E, social media.
One more time.
dandesocialmedia.com, and that's DANDESOCIAL media.com.
Got it. Go ahead there, William.
Yeah. Hey, Kayla, tell us a little bit about your business and what you do to help people really launch their company into the social media world.
Sure. Well, everybody knows these days everything has gone social. So what I like to do is come in a small business who may not be on social media and get them on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and start their business on social media for them. I also do the management for the company if that is needed. So I do daily postings, keep up with their management teams to strategize on messages that need to be broadcasted to their communities, basically, and try to grow their communities on their Facebook presence and in their social media platforms.
Very good. So you're really quite new, though. You got started in January. What was your background before then?
My background is actually kind of in sales and marketing and management. So I was in sales before this, and I realized in sales how important the social media efforts were for companies. And I realized that some of the larger companies that I was following were not on social media. And I thought to myself, well, if they're not on social media, then surely the smaller businesses are not on social media as they should be. So there was an opportunity there for me to bring my expertise in and help small businesses build their online presence with social media.
William?
That's great. Kayla, one of the key things with social media is it's got to be interesting for people to follow and want to keep reading. What do you do to provide new, fresh content for your clients?
Well, my job is to stay up to date and current on anything that's going on in the social media world. So I follow social media influencers not only in Houston, but all over the United States and the world, actually. So it's my job to stay up to date and know what's going on in the world of social media on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, all of the platforms, which I'm on as well for my business. So whenever it comes to working with a different client, I almost have to position myself as an employee of that company, knowing what's going on inside the company as well as their industry. So what I do is I research, find influencers for their companies and their industries as well to find good content to post for them on their pages.
Yeah, that's interesting. Also, talk a little bit about, just as an aside, what type of arrangement do you have with Abby? Are you a virtual, or talk about that a little bit?
Yes, I'm a virtual client of theirs. I have been for almost a year now, which works out extremely well, seeing as I have a home office. However, when needed, I can use the locations there at Abbey for their conference rooms to schedule meetings with potential new clients. I can also use their collaborations room, which are extremely functional in the media area, to where I can show presentations and things like that. I've also conducted training seminars in some of their conference rooms and things like that. And I live in an area here to where I have about 4 locations within about a 10-mile radius of me. So that caters to a lot of my potential clients and things like that, to where I can be closer to them and meet them. And the receptionists, the managers have all been extremely helpful and all that good stuff. So they've been a delight to work with.
Right. Go ahead there, William.
Yeah, Kayla, I wanted to ask you, that so many people are listening on the show this morning. What does a company do if they want to get started in social media?
Well, they would call me first. Well, it's always a good thing if you're wanting to get started on social media, which I, of course recommend, is to have a goal in mind. What's your plan of action? What do you want to achieve by being on social media? So always having a plan, a goal in place to where you want to be. What kind of voice do you want to have for your vision? What do you want to promote? Is always good. And having that vision first, I think, is extremely important for any business that wants to put themselves on social media.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so, I'm sorry, kind of give me a profile of what a good client looks like for you, and then we got to wrap up our discussion. Go ahead.
Sure. The client I'm looking for is a small business located in Houston, and I would like to specialize more in the startup company. If they have no presence on social media whatsoever, we can work with that. I can get them started on Facebook, Twitter, whatever platform is necessary for their business. Mm-hmm. I also can do training. I also do Salesforce training. If your sales team needs training on how to use the social media to gain lead generation and things like that, I can do that as well. So that's mainly what I'm looking for.
All right, Kayla, I appreciate you being on the show. Kayla Hensley, by the way, you can check out her website at Dandy Social Media. Dandy is spelled D-A-N-D-E, socialmedia.com. And, of course, William Edmundson, he's at Abbey. I encourage everyone out there to learn more about how you can really leverage your business through Abbey by contacting them at abby@abby.com. That's A-B-B-Y at abby.com. Your phone number, William.
Sure. Folks can reach us at 888-785-7800. That's 888-785-7800. And tell them you heard about us on The Price of Business.
Thanks. All right, when we come back, more for you. Do want to remind you, best content here shows up over there at usdailyreview.com. While there, like it on Facebook, follow it on Twitter.